It's called Out with the Old and In with the New. And it's also called John Deere's Blitz Black Paint and Krylon's Flat Crystal Clear. You put the two together and you've got perfection. Get in a car like this and smile, there's something wrong with you. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. It's cold, it's cold, it's cold. If I haven't told you, it's cold. I don't like it. You guys know that I don't like being stuck in the garage. I'd rather be out on this, but I'm not. And if it's a little noisy, I'm sorry. It's cold and I have some heat on, so I'm trying to stay warm. Anyways, as you've seen at the beginning of the channel, you're like, well, what are you talking about? What is it? What's this about painting? A while back, guys, I'll just take you to the beginning of the story. I was actually out on a motorcycle, and I don't know, it's probably been a year ago, and a squirrel jumped out, and I ran over him. I'm sorry for you squirrel lovers. I didn't mean to. He just committed suicide. Anyways, it put a little spot in my fender at the bottom. Well, I straightened it out a little bit, and you know, with denim black paint, you can just more or less take a magic marker and just go with it. Well, it's drove me nuts ever since that. And plus, I do have a 21-inch wheel on the front of this bike. And as much as I love the way the Street Glide looks, I don't know, these fenders just do not really fit the personality of this bike, to be honest. And if you have a 21-inch wheel, this fender kind of covers up the majority of it. So with those two things, I bought a new fender. It's been a long time ago. I actually forgot that I even had this fender. That's how long I've been sitting on it. Now keep in mind, I'm no painter, I'm no body man at all. But I did do a little research. And people talk about this black denim paint, and we all know, the ones that have any kind of denim paint at all, that it sucks. It's pretty. If you like that flat look and stuff, it is pretty. And Harley's got some awesome colors out there. I do got to say that for the denim line. But it's a pain. If you rub it too much, it polishes out. If you get a scratch in it, you're pretty much just done. And recently found out that denim paint from the dealership is actually like $500 like a quart. So by the time you do that and find somebody to paint it, you're going to be in deep for just a black denim paint. So I wasn't going to do that. So I decided that I was going to make my own and see what I could come up with. So I began to work on this fender. It had imperfections in it. It was tore up, plus where I'd had it put up and stuff, actually forgot about it. It had scratch marks in it and mess. It was just a rough fender. So I roughed it up, took it outside in the semi-cold weather. It's probably about 50 degrees, which I warmed it up with a heat gun first before I took it outside. And I laid the first coat of the Blitz Black John Deere paint on it. And I let it dry for about 10 minutes. And then I put another coat on it. And the more I put on it, the more I was like, man, that actually looks pretty good. It had a pretty nice shine to it. More of a shine than what I really anticipated. So I knew if I was wanting to put a clear on it. But I knowed if I went too much with the clear, well, you guys know, it's going to be too shiny and it's not going to have that dull hot rod look or that denim look. So I spent more money, I don't know, 30 bucks. Bought this one, which was a flat crystal clear by Krylon. And let's go over here. There's a satin crystal clear. And then I went and actually got a matte 1K clear. It's a matte finish. So I spray painted this bar just to kind of get an idea. And then I spray painted with each one of the clears. And the flat clear actually gave me the look that I was after. If you want a black denim finish, that's what to use, is the Blitz black paint with the flat crystal clear. That's one. Two is going to be the review of the fender, XFMT, XMFT. I don't know. I'll put it up in one of the corners. I've got it saved in my Amazon. Oh God, more motorcycle content, and plus you're doing more Amazon stuff. Hey, look, I don't care who you are. If you say that you don't buy stuff off Amazon, you're lying. And it's not that bad, guys. It's not. It was a little rough, and it's still not perfect. But for me and for what this bike is, the bike's not perfect, and neither am I. Perfectly imperfect. So it's going to work. It's going to be what I need it for. There's going to be a lot of different things going on. I'm going to take this wheel off, probably set it to the side. It needs to be cleaned real good. And I am going to finish polishing these out. These need to be finished. And then I'm going to put that new fender on. So there's going to be a couple of days worth of stuff here to do because I am in no hurry. I've got a couple of things that I need to do to this, which is coming, and I've also got a couple of things that I'm going to do to the wife's car, and it's coming. But right now, I just ain't in the mood for it. So you guys are just going to have to deal with the motorcycle content. Golly, poor you. Anywho, that's where we're at, and that's what we're doing. So let's get to it. So there we go, guys. I ended up doing the exact same thing that I said I was not going to do. When I originally done this and I put the short out about it, how I just used the polisher and polished it up, it done then what I needed it to do. Little did I know that when I was going to redo all this fender and all this stuff that I was going to get into all this. I figured I'd just polish it out and it'd be fine, but it's not. The more you polish, the more aggravating I'm becoming. Aggravating, whatever. I'm getting upset is what I'm saying. I've polished, and it still doesn't match this. It's blotchy. So what I've ended up doing is I went to this side and started with 800 grit sandpaper, wet sanded it. Wet sanded the whole thing, 800 grit. Come back across with it with 1,000 grit, which is what I'm working on here, wet sanded also. And I thought a while ago, I was like, you know what, now let's touch it up. Let's touch the buffer to it from here down and see what happens. So 800 to 1,000, and this is what I've got right now. I'm pretty pleased with that. I'm not looking to all the little bolt sections and stuff. I'm not looking to shine them up. It's okay for them to be dulled out. I'm okay with that. If I wanted to, I could go back and take, I don't know, probably 400 and then just keep working my way back up. But I'm not worried about that. All I want was the forks pretty much done and kind of in unison, in uniform, whatever, shining together without the dullness. So that's where we're at. And well, let's touch, actually, so you guys can see just a quick little thing here. Like I said, 1,000 grit, 800 and 1,000. Now we're going to get our buffer, and you can see it's dull. I mean, it's not going to wipe clean. Now we're just going to hit it a few times right here. Not going to put a whole lot of effort in it right now. I just kind of want to show you guys. I actually put a little, I forgot you was there and actually put a little more effort into it than what I was wanting to. But I get excited, guys, and I just go with it. So you go with it, okay? All right, so you just seen the mess that I had. And already much better. So that's just with a quick hit. Like I said, I'm not even finished sanding yet. I may even go up a little more. I may go to 2,000 grit. But that, I mean, I polished on this forever a while ago, and it never even remotely, that's as far as I could get it, was that look. And that already looks way better than that does. So never say never, guys. I say never. I ain't never going to do that. I don't have to do that. Well, if you want it right, yeah, you're gonna eat those words never. So never say never. All right, that's all I got for you right now. I've got to get this done. This is a little bit of a pain to try to get hooked up by yourself and keep from scratching everything. But I think I've got it. I did get the legs shined up, the forks, and they look great. The fender is on. Polished the forks. That was a little bit more problem than what I was anticipating on, but it's still, I'm glad I done it. It looks better, looks a lot better. Like I said, I wasn't even going to mess with these. I was just going to kind of leave it that dull, and I got on it and started messing with it, and I'm like, screw it. So I polished those out. I didn't mess with this. You're not really going to see it too much with the calipers and stuff anyway. And got the fender on. It was kind of a bear to put on by yourself, trying to keep from scratching everything. But it's on, and it looks amazing. I can't wait to get the wheel on there. I've got to find me some grease. I've got to grease that axle back up real good and go ahead and grease the bearings up too. But I'm going to get all that done and then slap it on there, and well, we're going to see what it looks like. I'm absolutely already in love with this fender. I don't know, they just something about a street glide with a slim fender and a big wheel. Anything past 21 though, in my opinion, is kind of useless. I mean, they're nice. I like them. A lot of people hate them. I like the big wheel, but like I said, pretty much past a 21, you're useless. You can't take a curve. You can't do what you need to do with it. It pretty much becomes a straight line bike, and I like my curves and twisties too much for that. So 21 is as big as I will go. But anyway, enough babbling, enough jibber jabber. Let's get this on here, get it wrapped up.
I'm about to go off like a weapon. Fuel to the top, got a filled up engine. In my thoughts, obsession. I will not stop, no, I'm never second guessing. I got a God complex.
So there you go, guys. There's the fender and there's the paint. And there it is, all polished out, looking sweet. That fender definitely set it off. I love the Street Glide factory fender. They look good on them, but if you put a bigger wheel on them, it covers up way too much. So that fender definitely gave me the look that I was after. It made the bike look so much sleeker, it just looks 100% better. And plus the forks, polishing those out. Yeah, I wasn't planning on doing all that. I was actually just going to buff them out and leave it alone at that. But once I started doing it, it just wasn't the quality that I wanted. So done the whole wet sanding part. You know, started out with 240 on the rough parts and worked my way up. And well, I mean, it turned out pretty good, I think. And the Amazon fender, guys, I'll put it up in one of the corners. When I bought it, I can't remember exactly how much it was, 120 bucks, 130. I think they're actually cheaper than that now. Like I said, I've had this for a while. I freaking had it sitting over in that closet and forgot all about it. Who does that? I do. It's old age, guys. I swear. I'm senile or something. I don't know. Black denim paint is a pain. But this right here just made my pain not so painful. John Deere Blitz Black paint, guys. If you've got black denim, this will do it. This will turn black denim. Layer down and end up putting a Krylon flat crystal clear over top of it, and it turns out just like denim. I can't complain. I mean, even if I would, nobody would listen, but it looks good, guys. Anyways, I hope you've enjoyed it. It's a little something different. I'm not no body man or anything like that, so if I can do something like this, you can do something like this. It's not hard at all. And look, I'm sorry if it's Amazon stuff. I mean, if you got the money to go spend $800, $900 for a fender, go ahead, man. This works perfect for me and nobody's gonna know the difference. You all will, because I'm telling you, but I mean, who's gonna know? It looks good. I mean, look at the Advan black bags. And now look at the fender. Can you tell the difference in what's what? Look them up online, guys. Look up online. If you didn't know any better, you would think that was an Advan black fender. Look it up. All right, I'm gonna quit, patting myself on the back there. Anyways, hope you've enjoyed. Like, share, and subscribe, like always. Peace. I'm out. I got a mess to clean up.